Shalom, shalom, Shabbat shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Peace and salutations unto all the Akim. You brothers preaching this word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. And shalom to the hopeful elect. You sincere believers scattered wherever you may be. All right, so the title of this one, Lord willing, is going to be The Lord Will Always Be With Us and Will Deliver Us. All right, the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, is coming back to save his people, all right, the Israelites. And out of that people, the Israel of God, the elect, if you could receive it. All right, it's going to be the remnant that he's coming to deliver. But, as we always say, at the end of the day, the whole nation of Israel will be saved eventually in the kingdom of heaven. But on the first go around, the Lord's coming back for his elect. But this one just inspired by some reading we've been doing as a camp. This one going into Genesis 28. And, what sparked it was like an excerpt within this. And, basically how throughout all these generations, the Lord kept his promise. And he's coming through on his promise. Or he's coming through on his promises, He's not a man that he should lie. All right, again, he's always for us. He will never forsake us, nor leave off his mercy from us, man. All right, so we're just going to jump into it. Lord willing, this will be edifying unto you. So to begin, I'm going to start here at verse 1, Genesis 28 and 1. It says, And Isaac called Jacob and blessed him and charged him and said unto him, Thou shalt not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan. Arise, go to Padanaram or Padanaram. Salaki, if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Let's just see what the blue letter says.
Strong's H6307. Padan.
So it'd be Padanaram. And Salaki, I was butchering it. So he said, Genesis 28 and 2, Arise, go to Padanaram, to the house of Bethuel, thy mother's father, and take thee a wife from thence of the daughters of Laban, thy mother's brother. All right, this was before eventually he got his wife Rachel and Leah. All right, but that's the point I wanted there. He was given the charge by his father Isaac to go down to Padanaram. All right, but in the process of that, let's jump down to Genesis 28 and 7. It says, And that Jacob obeyed his father and his mother and was gone to Padanaram. And then I'm going to jump down again because this goes into Esau. Genesis 28 and 10 now, it says, And Jacob went out from Beersheba and went toward Haran. It says, And he lighted upon a certain place and tarried there all night because the sun was set. And he took of the stones of that place and put them for his pillows and laid down in that place to sleep. So like in the NLT, it says, Genesis 28 and 10, Meanwhile, Jacob left Beersheba and traveled toward Haran. At sundown, he arrived at a good place to set up camp and stopped there for the night. Jacob found a stone to rest his head against and laid down to sleep. All right, back in the KJV, Genesis 28 and 12, it says, And he dreamed, and behold, a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. And behold, the angels of the Most High ascending and descending on it. And behold, the Lord Yahweh stood above it and said, I am the Lord Yahweh, power of Abraham thy father, and the power of Isaac. The land whereon thou liest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed. And thy seed shall be as the dust of the earth, and thou shalt spread abroad to the west, and to the east, and to the north, and to the south. And that just goes to further prove that Israel is as the sand of the sea, and we're basically spread abroad across the face of the earth. That's why we may look like other nations. Not every Israelite is going to be looking the same or have basically a melanation. There's some so-called or some Israelites that may look like so-called white people, so-called Chinese people, so-called Japanese people. It all matters. It matters about what? The lineage, the bloodline. All right, but going back into it, Genesis 28, in the middle of verse 14, it says, "And in thee and in thy seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed." It says, "And behold, I am with thee, and will keep thee in all places whither thou goest, and will bring thee again into this land, for I will not leave thee until I have done that which I have spoken to thee of." And Jacob awaked out of his sleep, and he said, "Surely the Lord Yahweh was in this place, and I knew it not." And he was afraid and said, "How dreadful is this place? This is none other but the house of the Most High, and this is the gate of heaven." And Jacob rose up early in the morning and took the stone that he had put for his pillows and set it up for a pillar and poured oil upon the top of it. And he called the name of that place Bethel, but the name of the city was called Luz, or Luz at the first. It says, "And Jacob vowed a vow, saying, If the Most High will be with me and will keep me in this way that I go, and will give me bread to eat and raiment to put on, so that I come again to my father's house in peace, then shall Yahweh be my power, and this stone which I have set for a pillar shall be the Most High's house. And of all that thou shalt give me, I will surely give the tenth unto thee." All right. And from there, or actually, let me grab this map real quick, because I saw Salakia, bear with me. I think I had it in Pinterest, but I looked up the place of Bethel on map, just to show you kind of where it was, more or less. All right, Bethel, right above, Salakia. Essentially right above Jerusalem or Yerushalayim. And here's a better, if it loads. I know some of these is, and you kind of get the gist. Let me see. I had one, but I guess it kind of got lost. Bear with me. Yep. So it says cities of South Central Israel. So basically, in the land of Israel, man, right above, Jerusalem. I believe it was on the border, if I'm not mistaken. Let me grab it. On the border of Ephraim. Kind of says ancient place and seat of worship in Ephraim on border of Benjamin, identified with Luz. All right. House of the Most High. So, and what did he say? He made that promise unto him. He said, he told them, he told Jacob, the Lord told Jacob, he's with him. All right, he's going to keep him in all places, whether he goes. All right, we have to believe that. All right, being descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know what I'm saying? The promises given unto them and their seed. All right, and how we were going to be blessed, and he was going to be with us. All right, and he was going to be with Jacob. And this is why, you know what I'm saying, he vowed unto the Lord, you know what I'm saying, if you be with me and you keep me in this way that I go, you're going to be my power. And the Lord comes through, as he always does. When you go into Genesis, I have 35, he brings them back, because it said in 28, If the Most High will be with me and keep me in this way that I go, it says what? In verse 21, so that I come again to my father's house in peace. Then shall the Lord be my power. All right. Let me see what the cross references go into. And nothing much there. But so I'm gonna grab this one real quick. Genesis 31:3. It says, and the Lord said unto Jacob, return unto the land of thy fathers, and to thy kindred, and I will be with thee. All right. And this was during the time where he was going to escape basically from the servitude of Laban or Laban. All right. Let me see if there was something else that I wanted in here. Oh, okay. So this is back in, we're going to Genesis 35:1 now. It says, and the Most High said unto Jacob, arise, go up to Bethel and dwell there, and make there an altar unto the Most High that appeared unto thee when thou fleddest from the face of Esau thy brother. All right. So this is the Lord basically telling Jacob throughout all that time, you know what I'm saying, when he was basically building up the family, the 12 tribes, all right, and coming up out of the land that he was in, basically tell him to return and get ready. It said in the NLT, get ready and move to Bethel and settle there. All right. So let me jump down. It says Genesis 35:6. It said, or 5. It says, and they journeyed, and the terror of the Most High was upon the cities that were round about them, and they did not pursue after the sons of Jacob. So Jacob came to Luz, which is in the land of Canaan, that is Bethel, he and all the people that were with him. And he built there an altar and called the place Ebethel, because there the Most High appeared unto him when he fled from the face of his brother. So what? Essentially, the Lord came through. All right, and also what? Genesis 35:9, and the Most High appeared unto Jacob again when he came out of Padanaram and blessed him. It says, and the Most High said unto him, thy name is Jacob. Thy name shall not be called any more Jacob, but Israel shall be thy name. And he called his name Israel. Yashar Allah. He Prince Power. It says, in power said unto him, I am the Most High Almighty, Allah Shaja. All right, terrible demon-like power. It says, be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall be of thee, and kings shall come out of thy loins. And the land which I gave Abraham and Isaac, to thee I will give it, and to thy seed after thee will I give the land. And the Most High went up from him in the place where he talked with him. All right. It says, jumping down to 15, and Jacob called the name of the place where the Most High spake with him, Bethel. All right. So what? Genesis 35:27. Because like he said, like he vowed, if he would bring him back, and that I come against my father's house in peace, then shall the Lord be my power. And it was already set up through the Spirit that he was going to return, man. It's all the will of the Lord. All right, but the Lord is for us, man. If he was for Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you know, he's with us, man. You know, we have to believe that. Genesis 35:27, and Jacob came unto Isaac his father, unto Mamre, unto the city of Arba, which is Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac sojourned. All right, but point being, man, he brought him back, you know, in one piece. Okay, and he blessed him. He blessed him. All right, and he said that he was going to give that land, you know what I'm saying, the land of Israel, unto us and to his seed. All right, that's who the promises, the covenants are for. Let me grab that real quick. Romans 9:4, it says, well, I'll start at 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach, from my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises, whose are the fathers, and of whom as concerning the flesh Hamashiach came, who was over all, the Most High blessed forever. Amen. I'm going to read that in the NLT. Romans 9:5. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are their ancestors, Israelites. All right. It says, and Hamashiach himself was an Israelite as far as his human nature is concerned. And he is power, the one who rules over everything and is worthy of eternal praise. Amen. All right. So he's for his people. And that's who the promises are going to. All right. And being that we're Israelites, we get to partake in that glory. All right. And Lord willing, you know what I'm saying, we be them first fruits that receive the salvation in the times that we're in now and the times to come, man. But essentially what that reminded me of, how he was going to be with us. All right. And he was for us. He's our power. He's going to be with us always. What did Yahweh Shai tell us? You know, that we have to remember. Matthew 28:19. I'll start at 19. It says, go ye therefore and teach all nations. Why? Because like it said, we were like of the sand. You know, we're going to be spread to the north, east, south, and west, to the four corners. All right. It was biblical prophecy. It was going to happen. All right. It says, go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. All right. Washing them with the true names. Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right. The names that we have to call upon for deliverance in the times to come, which is very crucial and vital. Because like I said, there's one name under heaven whereby we must be saved. All right. Being Yahweh Shai, man, he delivers. It's an omen nomen. He's the one coming to deliver us, man. All right, given the green light by his father, Yahweh. All right, but this is Matthew 28:9, or it's like 20. It says, teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you, and lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. Amen. All right, so Yahweh Shai is with us, man, in spirit. You know, to comfort us. He sent us that Holy Comforter. All right, and then from there, I'll just grab a few more precepts. This is 1 Samuel 12:20. And like it said as well, just real quick, going back into that Genesis 28. I said what he was going to give it unto Jacob and unto his seed. And he's not going to leave us until he have done that. All right. And when is he going to place us back? And that's going to be when the kingdom of heaven is established, man. And we're going to be back in our proper land. Because right now, that's how you know as well, when the true Israelites are back in the land, there's going to be no more war. You know, like prophecy tells you in the book of Isaiah. Okay. See, right now, the heathen have our land parted. And the Lord is wicked. I mean, the Lord is wicked. Salakia, Satan, slip of the tongue. The Lord is angry with the wicked every day. All right, because right now, the land is given over unto the imposters. All right, but eventually, you know, and soon come, the Lord is going to wipe that land away via fire. But what? It's going to be built back. It's going to be cleansed via the fire and built back up, you know, through slavery. But of the heathen, though. Okay? And it's going to be glorious for the Israelites. Because what? It's our land, and it was promised unto us that we were going to return into that land. And it's going to be in glorious fashion, man, when the Lord returns. But 1 Samuel, let me go to 1 Samuel 1 and 20. Actually, I don't think this is it. Salakia. 12. Salakia's 12 and 20. Kind of says, 1 Samuel 12 and 20, it says, And Samuel said unto the people, Fear not, ye have done all this wickedness. Yet turn not aside from following the Lord, but serve the Lord with all your heart. It says, And turn ye not aside, for then should ye go after vain things, which cannot profit, nor deliver, for they are vain. And we have to be of that, in the state of repentance. Essentially, repenting of our evil deeds, of our worshiping of idols, of whatever we may have been into, putting all that off and returning back unto the Lord and doing our best to obey him and, I'm saying, to keep his commandments. 1 Samuel 12 and 21, I'm reading it in the NLT. It says, Don't go back to worshiping worthless idols that cannot help or rescue you. They are totally useless. Because you think all these people that may put their faith and trust in these idols with the shit that's coming down the pipe, they're basically done. Because how is it? I seen a picture the other day. I think it was a flood. How is it that you as an Israelite or just a person, period, because these heathen are that's their gods, these idols or whatever. But how is it that you have to run and go save your God from a flood? Make that make sense. Isn't your God supposed to help you in the times of flood? How is it that you have to run after it and go save it from being drowned up? It's bugged out when you think about it. But it's worthless. It doesn't amount to anything. It's not, it's not a living power. The only true living power is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. But 1 Samuel 12 and 22, it says, For the Lord will not forsake his people for his great name's sake. It says, Because it hath pleased the Lord to make you his people. And these other people are amounted unto what? Unto spittle. I believe, I think it's in the book of the in Apocrypha. And we don't have to grab it, but let me go here to Ezekiel. Oh no, Salakia. I wanted to grab Zechariah. There's a whole bunch, but I'll read through it. Zechariah 8 and 13. All right, it says, And it shall come to pass that as ye were a curse among the heathen, O house of Judah and house of Israel. So basically them two sticks, Judah representing the southern kingdom, right, and Israel represented the northern kingdom. So essentially the whole 12 tribes. It says, So I will save you, and ye shall be a blessing. Fear not, but let your hands be strong. Right, have faith in the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Because as we were once mocking unto these nations, a hissing and a cursing unto these nations, it said what? We're going to be a blessing. Zechariah 8 and 14, it says, For thus saith the Lord of hosts, As I thought to punish you when your fathers provoked me to wrath, saith the Lord of hosts, and I repented not. So again have I thought in these days to do well unto Jerusalem and to the house of Judah. Fear ye not. And I'm going to read this in the NLT, Zechariah 8 and 14. For this is what the Lord of heaven's armies says. I was determined to punish you when your ancestors angered me, and I did not change my mind, says the Lord of heaven's armies. Yeah, he's not a man that he should lie. He brought the curses upon us that were written of in Deuteronomy 28. Okay, but here it is. Now that we're returning back unto the Lord, our power, he's going to bring them curses upon our enemies. All right, like it says in Deuteronomy 30:7, if I'm not mistaken. All right. And he did punish us. We're still going through that punishment, but what? He's gonna flip the script, man. He's gonna bless us. You know, those blessings that were written of in Deuteronomy 28:1-14, they're gonna be brought upon us, man, in the kingdom. You know. Verse 15, Zechariah 8:15 in the NLT. But now I am determined to bless Jerusalem and the people of Judah, so don't be afraid. All right. What does it say? Lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. All right, and he's with us even unto the end of the world. All right, but let me jump back. Zechariah 8:16 in the KJV. These are the things that ye shall do. Speak ye every man the truth to his neighbor. Execute the judgment of truth and peace in your gates. And that's what the prophets are doing now. You know, speaking the truth. It says, and let none of you imagine evil in your hearts against his neighbor, and love no false oath, for all these are things that I hate, saith the Lord. And the word of the Lord of hosts came unto me, saying, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the fast of the 4th month, and the fast of the 5th, and the fast of the 7th, and the fast of the 10th shall be to the house of Judah joy and gladness, and cheerful feasts. Therefore love the truth and peace. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, it shall yet come to pass that there shall come people, and the inhabitants of many cities, and the inhabitants of one city shall go to another, saying, let us go speedily to pray before the Lord, and to seek the Lord of hosts. I will go also. Because that's what the Lord is coming to establish, man, the kingdom of heaven, where essentially every knee is going to bow, and every person upon the face of the earth is going to be serving Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. All right. And it's going to be set up in righteousness underneath or under the words of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, the standard, you know, the law, statutes, and commandments in perfection for us, you know. But these heathen, they're going to have to keep in line, man. All right. They're going to be governed, you know, by the law, statutes, and commandments, and ran the earth ran by who? Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and under Yahweh Shai, King David, underneath King David, the 12, and underneath the 12, the 144,000. All right. So back in Zechariah 8:22, it says, yea, many people and strong nations shall come to seek the Lord of hosts in Jerusalem, and to pray before the Lord. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, in those days it shall come to pass that 10 men, Salakia, that 10 men shall take hold out of all languages of the nations, even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew, saying, we will go with you, for we have heard that the Most High is with you. Woo! And he's going to be with us, man. Everybody's going to know who his chosen is in them days, man, in that day. All right, so real quick, jump to Ezekiel 36 and 35. One of my favorites. It says, and they shall say, this land that was desolate is become like the Garden of Eden. Yeah, the land of Israel. All right. And basically, he's going to bring back what refresh the earth, you could say. But essentially how the Lord had it in store since the beginning. That's what's going to happen, man. He's going to bring Idan to the earth, paradise to the earth. All right, it says, and the waste and desolate ruined cities are become fenced and are inhabited. Yeah. Through the labor of the heathen working for us. All right, being under us, being in subjection to the Israelites. Ezekiel 36 and 36, it says, then the heathen that are left round about you shall know that I, the Lord, build the ruined places and plant that that was desolate. I, the Lord, have spoken it, and I will do it. You know, and He's gonna build, and He's building us now through the Spirit. You know what I'm saying? Building back the breaches thereof, but ultimately perfecting us when we receive the new bodies. You know, because Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. He's binding up the brokenhearted. You know, but also literally rebuilding the land up. You know, but and as well, planting his trees back in his proper land. You know, in the proper soil, where the true trees, you know, and the land that will be essentially blessed is gonna flourish. You know, and them trees being us, we're gonna blossom. You know, if you could receive it. All right, it says, I'll just read 37. I'll read on down. Ezekiel 36 and 37. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will yet for this be inquired of by the house of Israel to do it for them, not for any other nation. He's going to do it for us. It says, I will increase them with men like a flock, as the holy flock, as the flock of Jerusalem in her solemn feasts. So shall the waste cities be filled with flocks of men, and they shall know that I am the Lord. All right, so with that, Lord willing, this was edifying and exhorting unto you. Again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rechak. Double honors again unto the apostles and the elders, great millstone. All right, keep pushing, keep enduring, Akim. We're almost out of here, man. The Lord is coming back. He's on his way. He's going to deliver us, give us the new bodies, you know, and give us the kingdom of heaven, man. You know, in the uttermost parts for his possession, but Lord willing, we'll be joint heirs with him, you know. And with that, so Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Kwam Yasharah.